Hi everyone, this is Mr. Neil Wright here, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for tuning into my latest video. We had a client who actually attended today, and I've called the video in the thumbnail Third Time Lucky, and that's because this patient has previously been assessed and treated by two different audiologists elsewhere, and they've not been able to remove this plug of wax. She first noticed her symptoms pre-lockdown, so we're looking back March, if not earlier, this year. So she's been living with this for about 9 or 10 months, and because she's had several unsuccessful attempts of having this wax removed, she kind of almost gave up hope and she thought she was going to have to live with it. She came across my YouTube channel and contacted me last week, and she arranged to travel to Leicester, where my clinic is, to have this wax extracted. So initially I went in with the Zollner suction probe, but that wax was extremely hardened wax. That suction probe wasn't really going to cut the mustard for this patient. So I went in with an ear hook, a St. Bart's ear hook. I went into the roof of the ear canal. The ear canal entrance is very narrow and slit, so we're having to stretch the cartilage open, the pinna itself, to the external ear. To stretch the ear open, we pull it back and up, and it widens the ear canal entrance, and it also straightens the ear canal. Remember, this wax has been inside the patient's ear for at least 10 months, if not a lot longer. And so when we're extracting it, we can bring the wax to the entrance of the ear, but when we're at the entrance, it gets trapped and it dislodges. And some people might say, why is the camera a bit shaky? Remember, so when we're removing, this is near the entrance now, so I'm holding the iClearScope in my left hand. There's no support. We don't have a tripod system. There's no assistant holding it. So that my left hand is literally holding this iClearScope device freehand, freestyle. There's nothing in support. When we're in the ear, we can support the iClearScope against the ear canal, so you get a steadier picture. So just in case anyone just wanted to make people aware, because so yeah, I'm not shaky in any way. It's just when you perform procedures out the ear, that's what happens. I know a few people have asked, so it's kind of just, I thought I'll kind of answer their queries. So we're removing this medial plug of earwax, and you'll see here there's a lot of dead keratin attached, and that keratin has removed. You can see some blistering, some blood on this, and we didn't cut the ear canal at all. I even asked the patient how did they feel during the procedure and after I removed this plug in particular. And when the wax has been inside the ear canal for so long, the skin adhesions are really strong. So the skin that attaches to the ear canal it's almost like double-sided tape. It sticks to the ear canal, sticks to the wax, and when you extract a very hard, dry piece of wax like that, it takes some of the skin off. It's kind of almost unavoidable. So you can see there's a bit of what we call contact bleeding, so it's not actively bleeding there, it's just where the skin's been teared. So there's no cut, we didn't cause the injury ourselves, it's just the pure motion of the wax being extracted. So there's just some dead keratin here that I'm going back to see if I can remove.
It's a bit noisy now.
Yeah, it's alright.
So this keratin's in the anterior recess.
It's not going to come out with just with suction.
No.
So I've just attached a fine end gauge, so there's some keratin here on the posterior canal wall near to the eardrum tympanic membrane. So this piece of keratin came out okay. So it was almost these skin adhesions that were locked and trapped around the wax, and it wasn't letting it go, it didn't want to let it go. So there's dead skin here, some dead keratin on the eardrum superiorly, and I was just a bit worried that might do some trauma to the eardrum, and I did highlight to the patient I may not be able to remove this, but I managed to dislodge this. There we are, so just dislodged the keratin. That loosened it and I was able to safely remove it. And this piece of keratin was a bit more embedded, so attempted to remove it. I was just a bit worried because the eardrum started to vibrate. So I just left it. Now, because the occlusion, the blockage in front of this dead keratin has been removed. This should now naturally migrate out of the ear.
Leave that bit.
It wasn't causing the patient any symptoms whatsoever. You probably heard from their reaction earlier, they could hear really well. So by attempting to remove that last piece of keratin, I could potentially perforate the eardrum, and then all that good work we've done, we've thrown it away. So sometimes less is more when you're performing clinical ear care. This ear now will naturally heal. Where the skin has been removed with that plug of wax, it will have another layer of skin growing over it. And this is just a recording of the patient's left ear. So a comparison, so that's the wax we extracted, so it weighs in at 326 milligrams, and I've got another image of the wax on a tissue. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail. I've finally had some time to kind of just focus on my YouTube channel. I've not really had an opportunity, and so yeah, with lockdown and with Christmas approaching, I've had a few gaps here and there, and I've just been playing around, just out of fun actually, being a bit creative, and quite enjoyed it. Well, enjoy your evening, guys. Speak to you soon.